everybody. I'm your host, Adrian Michael Soto. Welcome to AMS Movie Reviews. I'm going to be reviewing here Antman and the Wasp, starring mm, Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer, Jonathan Majors, and Catherine Newton. So, what I'm about to do is give you a little bit of a synopsis of the film, and then what I liked, what I didn't like, and then just a spoiler. And that's pretty much it. That's how I'm going to do these movie reviews. I'm usually giving you a score. I'm going to change things up a little bit. I'm going to just give you how I felt about it. And if you're a regular comic book fan, movie fan, or if this is not your cup of tea and you're just watching just to see what I thought about this movie, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Tell people about this. Tell people about the previous AMS movie reviews. Was previously done on Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Excuse me. Excuse me. And so here we go. Um, so basically, the premise of Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Ant-Man, Scott Lang, is trying to live a new life of now writing a book. And after helping out the Avengers from Avengers Endgame, trying to see how he can just be himself, but I guess this little bit of a fame is trying to also be a dad, find a relationship with Hope, and see what he can do. And as everyone's living their lives, his daughter, Cassie, as you've probably seen in the trailer, ends up getting into a little bit of trouble. And in the time that Scott lost his time with his daughter, 5 years, she created a device that can send a signal to the quantum realm. And as you see in this image here, it's basically an alternate reality where you meet a lot of different beings and things. And Michelle Pfeiffer gets a little bit upset or hesitant of why did you do this? Just all of a sudden, like, shut it off, shut it off. And as you see in the trailer, Scott, Hank, Hope, they all get sucked into this alternate reality. And it's this quantum realm. And basically, what this film gives you is a lot of science fiction vibes. You placed into like the world of Star Wars. I recently just saw the film Dune. I need to rewatch it. Just a lot of science fiction vibes, introducing characters and elements like in Star Wars. The director of the film, Peyton Reed, previously worked on The Mandalorian. So I could see where he used those elements and the way of placing you into this weird world. And Michelle Pfeiffer is been hesitant and just very quiet and doesn't want to speak about a certain situation she dealt with once she was stuck in the quantum realm in the previous two Ant-Man films. So her family is trying to get it out of her of what are you hiding? What's going on? Well, she meets a mysterious person by the name of Kang. I need to rewatch it a second time. He doesn't introduce himself, but he gets exiled by people and stuck with her, and he's able to help her. He says he can take Michelle Pfeiffer back in time to where Evangeline Lilly's character was a child, to where she didn't lose any of the lost time that she had with her daughter. So throughout the movie, she's just hesitant to reveal the past. And overall, they show in the film um, of them just trying to escape and evading Kang from trying to do something mysterious. And throughout this, What I liked is Paul Rudd can never do any wrong. I love anything he does in film, especially being a part of the MCU. He's just awesome. Michael Douglas is fantastic. Michelle Pfeiffer was really good in this. And Jonathan Majors, you'll be expecting him to see a part of this cinematic universe, and you'll see him in other future actual other film projects. I'll be definitely checking out Creed 3 next week and do my best to give you my take on the Creed films. So, overall, just like I said, I love the wackiness. I wasn't expecting anything like top tier. I enjoyed this movie. It's not in the upper echelon of my favorite Marvel films. I got I I'm I got what I expected, and overall it was interesting, and the way that they're going to show who this new Marvel villain is going to be taking over the future of the MCU is going to be really interesting. What I didn't like was I felt the main four characters, or no, five, should have had more, or at four. Michael Douglas could have been separate, but they should. This is going in a little bit of spoiler territory. They should have had more time with one another. If you all saw Avengers Endgame, basically, Ant-Man comes back after being stuck for 5 years. His daughter grows up from this cute little kid you've probably seen in the first two Ant-Man films to a teenager, and it's just nothing of dialogue. He hugs his daughter, and it's just an emotional scene because we as a family, as you have family, you cherish the time, and in most cases we have to cherish that time because we lose time, and that's what Scott feels he wants to gain back, and he's lost time with his daughter. um she's just really thrown in and just given what she's already offered in this role, and Evangeline Lilly doesn't really have too much dialogue to go off of. She's not, her arc doesn't grow really. It just stays the same. But Michelle Pfeiffer goes from understanding what she dealt with when she was stuck there previously after dealing with Jonathan Majors' character Kang, to then try and do the exact same thing of keeping him there forever and not getting out. And I could even, now this is like I said, going into spoilers, see where some people didn't like how Kang sort of was beaten by ants. He was taken away, but then coming back, trying to beat the crap out of Scott Lang. And then by the end of the movie, somehow he gets sucked into another reality. They don't say that he's gone. So, as I said, he's going to be leading into the future. I'll give a little detail on the future of the MCU on the post credits, but you get little takes of other mini characters that make an appearance. What I also missed a little bit was Michael Pena's character, Luis, I believe. I might be wrong, but um you want to correct me, if anybody wants to correct me, by all means. His character is funny in the last two films, and basically his take of telling stories, and I would want him to hopefully come back in future Marvel movies or projects. And yeah, overall, you get a science fiction. It's a very science fiction esque film with a little bit of the hint of the Marvel Studios taste, and to some, it's been a hit or miss for Marvel overall. I say this movie's gonna get a B, be on my end. And by any means, to my Marvel or my comic books fans out there, I'm not trying to persuade you in any way. This is just my take. You might have seen this very differently from the way I did. And by all means, you enjoy what you like. You like the same thing that I do, but you have a different interpretation. By all means, I'm going to respect that. I'm going to just not see eye to eye. And that's how movies are. And basically, this movie overall was enjoyable. I would rank the trilogy of these Ant-Man films part one first, this one, and then part two second or third, excuse me. And really, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is they're trying to do different things, and I see where they went here. But overall, I like I said, I follow movie critics as well. Um, and it's been half and half. Some didn't like it, some enjoyed it. And I would just say movie studios just they can't be doing the exact same thing, and they're just trying different things, and for some it's a complete miss, and to others it's a complete hit. So overall, that's my take of Ant-Man and the Wasp. An enjoyable film from start to finish. I'm cutting myself off. The two post-credit scenes basically tease um, the future of Kang, which was played by Jonathan Majors. In Marvel Comics, this character Kang has different versions of him, alternate reality. I'm going to use the term variants. And in each of these post credit, it's basically showing that you haven't seen the last of Jonathan Majors because the variants that he has are coming after or going to be taking over the MCU. And I'm just intrigued to see how Marvel does it. There's more returning characters and future characters that they haven't introduced that are going to go face to face with this new villain. And let's see where it leads to. So, yeah, overall, really, it was a really good movie. Like I said, not my top tier, not like my top five, if anything, but it was there. I'm gonna have to do a take on all the MCU films and rank them from least to like greatest, not Rushmore type level. But okay, now we're done. I was already forget to spoil that. Thank you all so much for watching the AMS movie reviews here. I am Adrian Michael Soto. I will see you next time for future movies. As I said, that'll be coming out in theaters. And as I mentioned on my podcast, discussing all things past, present, and future, I will be watching. A good friend of mine has given me a wide variety of list of movies I need to put on my checklist or my bucket list, and they will definitely be coming to AMS movie reviews and a take on them. Thank you all for listening. We'll see y'all later. Bye bye for now.